I need help, oh Father. Yeah, but them know about pain. Life hard, but I can't complain. The past left from my brain like stain. Only for bad choices, so I can't change. I start talk to myself like every day. Them I swear some I gone insane. But the chat them feel like therapy. Dark of the thoughts but they in my brain. Right now I need your help, oh Father, Father. Can't do this by myself, oh Father, Father. Yeah, and every day me I fight my thoughts. When I feel for murder, they all of them lads. I need your strength, oh Father, Father. Yeah, right now I feel like I'm trapped in a basement. Dark room and the walls, them a caving. But one move, but I'm not get no space when I try. Don't know why. Them see me stuck and them not if it help me. Nah give up, but them calling me lazy. Nah give up, though them calling me crazy. I try. Oh, yeah, right now I need your help, oh Father, Father. Can't do this by myself, oh Father, Father, Father. Every day me I find my thoughts. Me feel like for murder, the whole of them lads. Need your strength, oh Father, Father. Need your help, oh Father. Right now, I need your help, oh Father. Can't do this by myself, oh Father, Father.
See, we got to make it out. My life then couldn't take mine. Got to watch your head side. Come from the worst, but me try to live the best life, so me couldn't left mine. No for them just body not the most, so me coming like a landslide from the hillside. Looking at the mirror, know me proud. So me got the vision, every man no see it now. So we there up on a meditation and try to get rid of from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. 30-odd people now have the best hand out. But you are walking, and I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and give thanks for the make. You the amount of negativity about you is a rage. When me by myself out to the Father, me be page. Need a little balance for the things that me be facing. Need a little blessings, can me I be really waiting. So me have to take the skills, cause it's too heavy. Get lost in the lies. Not once but twice, yeah. They don't want us to thrive. So we there up on a meditation and try to get me down from the elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. 30-odd people now have the best hand out. But you are walking, and I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks up for the making. Them out of negativity, them out of is a raging. Yeah, still I think about the choice. Would you really give your soul to live a better life? So me rather pray to God and watch my blessings multiply. No fear demons, got the Father by my side. Oh, lonely road, oh, Lord, no. Let me give you a little advice. Now everybody dig, man, vibe. Try to get rid of from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. 30-odd people have the best eyes. Oh, so watching how they walking, and I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. That's all I end up and get thanks for the making. Cut them out of negativity, they about to rage. See when me by myself out to the Father, me be patient. Need a little balance for the things that me be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting. And me have me really waiting, cause it's too heavy, get lost in the life. Not once but not twice. One is a twice. Why we always stay up on a meditation. Try to get rid of me up on a mess start. Watching how they try to put them on the top. Reaching out to voodoo out to road a red mud. And I got trapped in the lies, I don't be talking. And get thanks up for the making. Them out of negativity, the about is a raging. See, we got to make it out. My life then couldn't take mine. Got to watch your head side. Come from the worst, but me try to live the best life, so me couldn't left mine. No for them just body not the most, so me coming like a landslide from the inside. Looking at the mirror, know me proud. So me got the vision, every man no see it now. So we there up on a meditation, and try to get rid of from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. Dirty hard people now have the best hand out. But you are walking. And I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks for the make. You the mountain negativity, the about you is a rage. When me by myself out to the father, me be page. Need a little balance for the things that me be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting. So me have to tip the skills, cause it's too heavy. Get lost in the lies. Not once but twice, yeah. They don't want us to thrive. So we there up on a meditation and try to get me down from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. Dirty hard people now have the best hand out. But you are the walking. And I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. Boy, on up and get thanks up for the making. Them out of negativity, them out of is a raging. Yeah, still I think about the choice. Would you really give your soul to live a better life? So me rather pray to God and watch my blessings multiply. Don't fear demons, got the Father by my side. Oh, lonely one, oh, Lord, no. Let me give you a little advice. Now everybody dig, man, vibe. Try to get rid of from me elevation. Watching how they try to put them up on the top. Dirty hard people have the best eyes. Oh, so watch how they walking. And I get trapped in the lies and don't be talking. That's all I end up and get thanks for the making. Cause I'm out of negativity, they about to rage. See when me by myself out to the Father, me be patient. Need a little balance for the things I may be facing. Need a little blessings, cause me I be really waiting. And me have me really waiting, cause it's too heavy, get lost in the lies. Not once but not twice. One is a twice.
Alex.
Panic, cause every day's another episode. And to it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, chatty with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. The fight only finish for the weak ones. So when that call you, watch how you respond. Dark, face your fears, fight your demons. Firm, we go to a jubilation. He is a heavy load, still a chatana. Have a legacy fi build, so me fi carry on. And the dark days pray fi go to the storm. Now give up none time, cause that's what me want. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to be all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, Johnny with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long.
Solid, me solid, just like a rock. Spiritually we fight a lot. They trap them, said Jah cancel that. You just can't stop me, not try do that. Got to be careful of negligence. Move wise, use up your intelligence. Guyana vanna like the presidents. Progress and its evidence. Me no care how much time they want turn me down. Things say me woulda tumble down. Chant to me ancestors big Congo drum. That's why me know me have to overcome. Stand firm and not lean for no one. You can set up your own program. Have the whole world a sing out the slogan. No time in a slow down. Plus we
solid, steady with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to it all, we have to hold on. Face your fears and fight no matter how long. Solid, steady with every load. Don't panic, cause every day's another episode. And to it all, we have to hold on. Face No one but him, so why should I? No put faith in a man, just look to the east and here shall I. But faith without work is dead, so me never stop working yet. Although struggle is real, still I hold it out stronger than steel. Dog man milk for this the high firm. Hustle every day so paper must earn. No faith in a God, so soon I my turn. When me pray for my way, me not make it wrong turn. Yeah, enough of them want me fall, but him not left my side. So upon Jah my God, now them couldn't take my life. Just say don't praise no one but him, so why should I? No put faith in a man, just look to the east and here shall I. But faith without work is dead, so me never stop working yet. Although struggle is real, still I hold it out stronger than steel. So you better don't try, give up mental life is a long road, sometimes you must fall. But that's not the time for you sit down and ball. When everything else fails, find that Jamaica. No phone, I wish life could have restart. You get the next stripe on a different path, but you feel grateful for anything we you want. Don't get you knock a flow by the mercy of God, yeah, yeah. Just say don't praise no one but him, so why should I? No put faith in a man, just look to the east and here shall I. But faith without work is dead, so me never stop working yet. Although struggle is real, still I hold it out stronger than steel, yeah, yeah. Just say don't praise no man but him, so why should I? Why should I? Yeah, yeah.
5 a.m. this is going global.
Alex
Just say don't praise no one but him, so why should I? No put faith in a man, just look to the east and here shall I. But faith without work is dead, so me never stop working yet. Although struggle is real, still I hold it out stronger than steel. Dog man milk for this the high firm. Hustle every day so paper must earn. No faith in a God, so soon I my turn. When me pray for my way, me not make it wrong turn. Yeah, enough of them want me fall, but him not left my side. So upon Jah my God, now them couldn't take my life. Just say don't praise no one but him, so why should I? No put faith in a man, just look to the east and here shall I. But faith without work is dead, so me never stop working yet. Although struggle is real, still I hold it out stronger than steel. So you better don't try, give up mental life is a long road, sometimes you must fall. But that's not the time for you sit down and ball. When everything else fails, find that Jamaica. No phone, I wish life could have restart. You get the next stripe on a different path, but you feel grateful for anything we you want. Don't get you knock a flow by the mercy of God, yeah, yeah. Just say don't praise no one but him, so why should I? No put faith in a man, just look to the east and here shall I. But faith without work is dead, so me never stop working yet. Although struggle is real, still I hold it out stronger than steel, yeah, yeah.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey. Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from a heart, Guyana.
Wake up, the day is bright and the blue. Turn your dial for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel.
News and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. To the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Oh, Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Wake up, the day is bright and the blue. Turn your dial for your vibe, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel.
News, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire.
good morning to you, and welcome to another episode of Livewire. It is the 5th of March, 2025. Good morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Special good morning to all the persons in the comment section. Thank you for your continued support, and thank you for tuning in here for yet another episode of Livewire with yours truly. Morning to Vishnu Chintaman joining us from Pennsylvania. Wasim Nabi. Generine Narendra, morning to you. Paul Joseph, Lenny Lashman, morning to you. Rahim Amarali, Rajendra Singh, good morning to you. Chris, morning. Ganesh Bharat, morning to you as well. Mohammed Isaf. Omar Sharif joining us from Canada. Salome, morning to you. Augustus Andrews, morning to you. Datan Andalal, Pam, morning to you. And Trevor. Richard Stanislas, morning to you. Ormela Gusai, good morning. Ramesh Prasad, morning to you as well. Supnandan Bud Deshaun Abrams, good morning to you. Neelram Lukan, morning to you. Ashmi Bazdio, good morning. Faisal Ghani, let me straighten my eyes. Let me see. Faisal Ghani, good morning to you. Maureen Razio. Leslie Mangal, good morning. Dianan Suku. Jamila Kayum, morning to you as well. Deshaun, Zoe, the baby, Mr. Little, everybody, all the junior littles that coming up. Morning to everybody. Joan Abidjan, good morning to you. Jean Cornelius. Eunice Raghubir, good morning to you. Good morning to Pam Polly as well. Sally Jones, Lola Harry, good morning to you. Dolly Singh, morning to you as well. Yeah, Omar Sharif from NYC. Yeah, not Canada, no. Anyway, guys, morning to everybody. Let's get into it today. A few topics for us to touch on this morning. And I saw, what's her name? Oh, Lord. Look, trouble. I saw Amna Ali, man. Amna Ali gave us some revelations. Shafi joining us from Florida, morning to you. Gave us some revelations about the mighty gobbler. El Gobelio. No, none other than Janice Mahipal. We got some information from her about the treachery that was exhibited by this guy. So Amna Ali's revelations were somewhat surprising. We knew that there was treachery, but we didn't know at what level. So she has highlighted the hypocrisy from Janice and the opportunism exhibited by Janice Mahipal, right? So Amna Ali revealed that Janice is an opportunist who shifts his loyalty based on personal gain, right? Now, we knew about this because when the recording came out with Mussolini talking about the blank checks and stuff, if you remember, it was Janice and Guyanese Harry Potter or Rysdale Ford. Those are the persons on the phone with him. And they were saying, well, we got to write this body. And I think Rysdale Ford was lamenting that the party hasn't moved forward in any significant way under Norton. And, they were trying to use that to unseat him as the opposition leader and I guess leader of the PNCR. You understand? But that process failed. So Janice had initially tried to unseat Aubrey Norton, but when that failed, he professed loyalty to Norton just to secure his parliamentary seat. Now, I got a little issue with this because based on my knowledge, I don't know if it has changed yet. Aubrey Norton can't put nobody out of parliament. Aubrey Norton is not the leader of the list for the opposition. So I got to find that out if that list expires by an election year, he's the new head of the list or whatever it is. But based on my understanding, Janice had nothing to worry about because Aubrey could not put him out of there. is Granger danger. That's the only danger for Janice in terms of being put out to the National Assembly. Granger. Now, think about it. You ever see Aubrey Norton and David Granger in the same place at the same time having a conversation with each other? Ever? At least not to my knowledge. If somebody got it, yeah, tag it in the comments. Let me see. You understand? So Janice's flip-flopping on leadership loyalty shows that he is driven by self-interest and not party unity or principles. So Miss Ali shed some more light on a failed coup attempt against Aubrey Norton. Now, Janice actively sought support to remove Aubrey as opposition leader, but his own party colleagues rejected this attempt. Despite the public show of support for Norton behind closed doors, Janice worked to undermine him, revealing the deceptive and self-serving nature of Janice Mahipal. Now, this failed plot raises serious questions about Janice's credibility and motivations within the PNCR. Right? So, by Amna Ali leaking these party secrets of Janice's operation for personal gain, it shows us more of what to expect with a Janice in government, God forbid. Again, it was Janice who recorded and leaked the conversation between the party treasurer, Mussolini, and the fact that he was allegedly being forced to sign blank checks for Norton. And this shows more so, instead of them dealing with it internally, this shows that Janice had no regard for party confidentiality and is willing to betray his colleagues to serve his own agenda. Now, during the PNCR leadership challenge, Janice sided with Roysdale Ford's camp, but later switched to Norton's camp when he didn't get what he wanted. Now, his betrayal of both factions for personal gain highlights his unworthiness and lack of integrity. This proves he wasn't acting in the best interest of the PNCR, but in pursuit of personal political power. Miss Ali also revealed that Janice hoped that the PNCR's Toronto chapter would pressure Norton into recognizing him as the prime ministerial candidate for the 2025 elections. But what Janice don't realize, Norton will be the prime ministerial candidate, because Nigel is not taking that so. And Norton hasn't come to Nigel with a scientific approach in terms of selecting the presidential candidate. So Janice trying to take Norton's spot when Norton just trying to secure his spot in the top bracket to the opposition parties when they're going into the election. Now, this confirms that his real goal is personal power and influence, not the well-being of his party or their supporters. And there has been a pattern of betrayal and political backstabbing by Janice. Now, Ali makes it clear that Janice has a track record of political backstabbing and personal ambition. His history of leaking information, betraying allies, and shifting loyalty proves that Janice cannot be trusted, according to Miss Ali. If Janice tried to undermine both Norton and Ford, how can he claim to be loyal and dedicated to PNCR and its members? Or more so, how could he claim to be a loyal and dedicated PNCR member itself? Now, Janice's credibility is in shambles. His history of scheming and failed power grabs show he is not a genuine leader, but an opportunist who seeks personal political relevance. His attacks on Amna Ali are simply an attempt to cover up his own history of betrayal and backroom maneuvering. Y'all remember the backroom maneuvering that happened with the UGSS funds? Now, the UGSS don't give loans, they don't give grant, they don't get nothing. The money is to do whatever the UGSS does do, look after student welfare and them kind of thing. He collect UGSS money to buy car, and because he give back the money, everything okay, no big deal. So it's not no Ganesh doing his own dance in the background and persons wondering what really is this guy's motive. Now, Janice has exposed himself as a power-hungry, untrustworthy politician who betrayed multiple factions within the PNCR. His attempt to undermine Norton, leak party secrets, and position himself for personal gain makes him a liability to that grouping. But the group seems to like liability, so I doubt they'll let him go. Right? If he was willing to betray his own party leaders, how can he be trusted to serve the Guyanese people as a whole? Right? So Amna has brought a lot of these things to our attention. Some of them which we knew already, about the behavior and the modus operandi of Janice Mahipal, El Gobelo, the gobbler, gobble up everything in front of him. The Belanger boss. Oh, Lord. Look. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, Janice, hold a card and leave Miss Ali alone. Right? And stop engaging in political prostitution. It's not good. It's not good. And you could imagine, just yesterday, I played a video where Deron Adams saying that we never see prostitution before. Yeah, I need to look at Janice. Has been prostituting himself for years now, politically. You understand? Politically. Trouble. Anyway, that aside, I want to turn my attention to a video I saw released yesterday. Well, at least I saw it yesterday. Can't remember when it was released. But it involved a sanctioned individual trying to justify and I don't even know what to call it anymore, because some of the points didn't really make sense to me, but I guess everybody has an ability to speak on issues that concern them. So, I guess he was doing that. So yesterday, Nazir Muhammad, more commonly known as Shell Muhammad, released a video trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do, but the video had a bunch of holes to me, At one point, he spoke about his daughter bringing home some child. I think they said they were in primary school. Bringing home a child, his daughter, who would have been a child at the time. And I can play the video here because sometimes I wonder, like, these people just think about what they're saying. Your daughter, who is a child, brought home a child, claiming this child is from Bartica or somewhere and didn't have no place to stay. And y'all just collect this child and keep her for 5 years until she writes CXC and something like that. And well, his point was, Az never did anything to the child, so why would he do something to the young lady who made the claim from Santa Rita? That was the most mediocre contrast that I've heard in a while. Because y'all had this child in there and Az living there, and you're saying that nothing happened. That means it's impossible that something happened at a later date at a different time. Shell, no. Yeah. Didn't make much sense to me. Right? But like I said, everybody got the opportunity to talk. So what I want to talk about this morning is the sanctions and the fact that Shell was trying to tell persons that because he is sanctioned by the Americans, it shouldn't stop him from being able to operate a business here in Guyana and whatnot, right? Now, just to be clear, the sanctions were imposed by the US and not the government of Guyana. The US Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Asset Control, OFAC. And what I found was funny is at the beginning of the video, the man said, well, OFAC sanction us. It sounded like he said OFAC, right? When OFAC come for you, most of the times all you could say is OFAC. OFAC. You understand? Anyway, so the US Department of Treasury's Office of Foreign Asset Control imposed sanctions on Nazir and Azzuddin Mohammed based on their involvement in large-scale tax evasion, gold smuggling, money laundering, and public corruption. Let me pull up this thing here, just in case. Oh, somebody in the white talking about. Just a second, people. Right? We're going to go through it, and then I'm going to want y'all take a slight listen. Hold a second. Just a second. Oh, fuck. Making joke when oh, fuck hold you. Anyway. Right, so this is what I'm talking about. This post here made by T. Mohammed's and Shell Mohammed, correct name, government name, Nazir Mohammed. Right? So those sanctions were imposed in relation to large-scale tax evasion, gold smuggling, money laundering, and public corruption. The government of Guyana had no role in determining these sanctions. They were solely the decision of the United States government following investigations into illicit financial activities. So I'm hearing there's a fire at the Mays School. Yeah, I'm hearing that there's a fire at the Mays Primary School. If you're looking and you have any children there, you could call and check and see what's going on. Right? So these sanctions were the sole decision of the United States government following investigations into illicit financial activities. The government of Guyana is simply adhering to international financial regulations to avoid repercussions for the country. Right? To avoid repercussions for the country and its financial institutions. Now, sanctions have real consequences for Guyana's financial system. The sanctions extended to all US-linked financial institutions, meaning, and I don't think Shell Mohammed understands this, meaning any bank, any company, or agency that does business with the Mohammeds risk being cut off from the US financial system. If the government of Guyana ignores these sanctions, the risk is serious. And there's serious economic consequences, including international banking restrictions that could impact trade and financial stability here at home. So I am wondering how Shell doesn't get this. So we're trying to get somebody to go down there and get a live image of the fire. I'm seeing someone saying it's a really huge fire. Yeah. So Mays on the 12th school is on fire. Right? So let's come to the cabotage decision about its compliance. Now, this is about compliance and not victimization. The Maritime Administration Department revoked the permission for foreign vessels operating on behalf of Hattie's World, a sanctioned company in line with OFAC warnings. Right? So they got a foreign vessel operating in local waters, following, or I should say, allowing sanctioned companies to operate in Guyana's maritime space would place Guyana in violation of international compliance measures, exposing local institutions to secondary sanctions. The government of Guyana is obligated to act in the interest of national security and economic stability, not to shield individuals from the consequences of international actions. Now, Shell's own words contradict his argument. Mohammed claimed that the sanctions only apply to U.S. entities that he can do business free and that he could do business freely in Guyana. Yet he also admits that his business has come to a standstill, which proves that his financial troubles are a direct consequence of the U.S. sanctions and international banking restrictions, not the government of Guyana. You understand what I'm saying to you? Now, if his claim that the sanctions don't impact his ability to operate in Guyana, if this was true, he wouldn't be complaining about business suffering. Now, let's look at the mining and cambio issues. I want to make it clear, these are regulatory matters. Mohammed failed to mention whether he has fully complied with the necessary regulations for his mining lands and cambio operations. The Guyana Geology and Mines Commission and the Bank of Guyana have strict regulatory frameworks, right? Very strict. And if his company failed to meet the requirements, then his licenses would naturally be affected. Why is this so unfathomable to Mr. Shell Mohammed? The government has a responsibility to ensure proper oversight over key industries, particularly mining and financial services, to prevent corruption, tax evasion, and money laundering. Issues for which Mr. Mohammed and his son was sanctioned by the US. So let's say the government of Guyana continued to deal with this guy. We get shut off from, well, I hear Trump stop USA. I don't know if it stopped from coming to Guyana. But you get shut off from all these international banks, IDB, and you understand me? You can't have access to those things because you get sanctioned by the US. Now, to me, it was a little politically convenient, right? That Shell praised the PVP when his business was thriving. Now, Mohammed claims he has been associated with the PVP all his life and now doesn't understand the hostility. Yet, when his businesses were operating without restriction, he had no complaints. Now that he's under US sanctions and facing regulatory scrutiny, he's playing the victim card and blaming the government for his problems. Again, the government of Guyana didn't sanction you. The US did. Now, we've heard threats of legal action, and this is a deflection tactic. Mohammed's threats of legal action against the state are an attempt to shift focus away from the real issue, the US Treasury's findings on his illicit activities. The sanctions are based on evidence collected by US agencies, and legal action against the government of Guyana won't change the fact that the US financial institutions will not engage with his businesses. At the end of the day, that I just maintain it. They will not engage with you, sir. No, there was a misrepresenting of the nature of the US sanctions. Shell Mohammed argued that people who interacted with him won't be sanctioned, citing photos taken with his son as OFAC sanctions are about financial transactions, not social media interactions, Mr. Mohammed. Right? This attempt to mislead the public by downplaying the risk of deliberate misinformation is wrong. Right? Financial transactions, not social media interactions. At the end of the day, businesses, banks, and individuals that engage in financial transactions with sanctioned entities are at risk of facing secondary sanctions. Plain and simple. No long story to it. Right? At the end of the day. I also wanted to make it clear, Mr. Mohammed, Mr. Shell Mohammed, you said in the video that you are not aware of anybody being sanctioned from interacting with your son or you or whatever it is. Sir, I highly doubt that the US State Department or whoever is doing sanctions can update you on the people they sanction in relation to interacting with you. Right? I just put it out there to you. I highly doubt that if someone has an interaction with you and they're sanctioned, the US government is not calling you to inform you. Right? So you being unaware of other persons or businesses being sanctioned for interacting with Hadis or whoever, the Mohammed's enterprise or whatever it is, it don't hold no water, brother. You're not the foreign secretary or no head of department for any US agents. You're not the head of OFAC. So on what grounds do they inform you of other persons getting sanctions for interacting with you guys? On what grounds? And again, I am wondering, like, who advising this team? Who advising this team? So at the end of it, I want to make it clear again. The government of Guyana is not responsible for Mohammed's financial troubles. The US sanctions are. Right? The US sanctions are. Marad's decision to revoke cabotage permission is in compliance with international regulations to protect Guyana's economy from any issues coming from Hadis and whoever they're operating under, or any repercussions that may come or be meted out to Guyana or its maritime administration. If Mohammed wants his business to function normally, he needs to address the concerns raised by the US Treasury. Plain and simple. Whoever concerns they got, you meet. Well, I don't know if y'all could fly out. Like I said, I never really see y'all any place other than Guyana. I don't know for what reason, but you know, what you should probably do is, instead of paying a lawyer or wasting money to sue the government of Guyana, right? You should take a lawyer and represent yourself on the international level. Let your lawyer go to the States and challenge US Treasury in relation to their findings and prove them wrong, get the sanctions removed, and it's back to cricket. Back to cricket. But this theater Gilby you going on with, me neighbor with. Right? Now, I just want y'all to come through this video a little bit and listen to what was said. Because, again, some of it make no sense to me.
Myself, Nazar Mohammed, and my son Azruddin Mohammed, along with our two companies, have been sanctioned by OFAC.
You hear how funny it sounds when well, I guess sanction, I could say, is OFAC.
Is an arm, the financial arm of the American government. And I have been very silent on this. To say that it hasn't affected us is an understatement. Indeed, it has affected us greatly because our entire business, actually come to a standstill. What I want to tell you, because I've seen, read, and heard from people, some very senior people within the political structure, who has been deliberately misrepresenting what this sanction is about.
We know what the sanction is about. We know the US Treasury Department made it clear, right? US Treasury Department, OFAC, made it clear. So if anybody misleading anybody, it's you, sir. Large-scale tax evasion, gold smuggling, money laundering, and public corruption. We know what it's about.
Ostracizing us. The sanction is about myself and my son and our companies cannot do business with American citizens and American companies. We have been in the oil and gas sector very early, and we have lots of clients from various American companies who had to leave after the sanction.
So y'all understand that? They're in the oil and gas sector, were in the oil and gas sector. They had a lot of foreign companies had to relinquish their services, right? How are you attributing that to the government of Guyana? Aren't those companies doing business with the United States and other businesses in the States? So they have to adhere to it, brother.
Respectfully, we were providing great service for them, but they had to leave, which is understandable. But to say that anyone who associate themselves with the Mohammeds would be sanctioned is ludicrous. Nasreen Mohammed, since after the sanction, people took tens of thousands of pictures.
And that is in my view, the small-mindedness of assessing the situation. So they are of the belief that OFAC sanctioning people for taking picture. Sir, what is wrong with you? Really?
With him, and I'm not aware of anyone being sanctioned.
Yeah, as I said earlier, why would they send that information to you? Think about it. If the US sanctioned somebody, why would they send the information of who they sanctioned to the person that they sanctioned to? What's going on with Shell?
The US government wouldn't sanction someone for taking picture with someone. Yeah. They have spoken about lots of people has lost their visas.
Who? No, I am saying this. At the end of the day, Shell would not have this information. Probably somebody from the government of Guyana may have that information. You understand? Probably somebody going through the airport, they realize they get sanctioned, and then BAPS, when you run your visa, you see your visa revoke. It's government workers you're dealing with at the airport, you know. So all the information is filtered back. So, sir, again, financial transactions are not social media interactions. That is the benchmark I think they're using.
I'm in this, and I'm totally unaware of that.
Again, how are you supposed to become aware? On what grounds does the US government have to tell you who to sanction because they interact with you? right? Jesus.
Daily News and Guyanese Critic, they are two surrogates of the ruling administration.
Mind you, Critic was a surrogate of the Shell Mohammed administration. You understand? I don't know what's the association between Daily News and the Mohammeds. I don't know, right? But they seem to be having a real rift with some of the posts that I see on Daily News.
And they put numbers to it. But what I know is that a lot of people lost their visas who are closely connected with the administration. These are
So again, sir, how you come about this knowledge, right? How you come about this knowledge that you know people ain't get sanctioned for being associated with your group, you know people ain't get sanctioned, or you know that persons close to the administration visa get taken away. It's speculation. You provided no proof of anything. And again, why would the US come to you with this information? On what grounds? Who are you?
They're not people who are known to us. I don't know them. Azruddin don't know them.
So could you imagine? Let me pull it back up to be clearer. We say it. Listen.
Closely connected with the administration. These are not people who, a lot of people lost their visas who are closely connected with the administration. These are not people who are known to us.
So a lot of people lost their visas who are connected to the current administration. He doesn't know the people. Azruddin don't know the people. Make it make sense to me.
I don't know them. Azruddin don't know them on a personal level. We know each other by just seeing.
So we don't know them on a personal level. Okay, we don't know them to not knowing them on a personal level to seeing them and saying high and right. Basically, the contradictions is it's all over the place.
Them around. So I just don't understand what is this about.
We don't understand what this video is about, sir. Right? We don't understand what this video is about.
Oh, all my life, I have been associated with PPP. I work with Fobs Burnham.
So wait, right? So he worked with Forbes Burnham. Based on my knowledge. Okay, wait, let me get to this part.
As a young public servant, never had a personal relationship with him. But I worked with him as a personal officer based in Esquivel, his government. And from then onwards, I knew all the political leaders in our country. I was very close to Dr. Jagan. I worked hard to restore him in power in 1992. Those who are still old enough can substantiate that. So I just don't understand where this hostility towards us is coming from.
Now, what could constitute hostility? The Bank of Guyana deals with international transactions, US currency, and that kind of thing. We expect, brother, the commercial banks deal with the Bank of Guyana. So if you have an account at a commercial bank, Jesus. Just a second, people. Just a second, people. Let me send out this link so we could carry this fire live. Boy, just give me a second, folks. Come on, man. Okay, no. I'll send a link to the guy and I'll bring him in on this live here instead of starting a whole new live. Just a second. Right. Yeah, so there's a huge fire at Maze under 12. Just a second, people. I'm trying to get this Maze fire. Yeah, I sent you the link. Just sign in and switch it to the front camera. Good. Right. So as I was saying, or as we was listening to the reasoning of the great shell, right? We listening to the reasoning. No, I was telling y'all. So the Bank of Guyana deals with foreign currency and all this, as any other bank, but the Bank of Guyana is the mother bank for all these commercial banks. So how are the commercial banks to deal with you when they have to deal with the Bank of Guyana, who has to deal with the international banks? Or so how is that hostility? Right? The gold that you are mining, I am pretty sure that the entire amount is not for use or sale in Guyana. You're trying to sell it to an international company or whoever, jewelers or whatever, out of this country. That's not international transaction, brother. Oh, we expect, brother. Your cambio, what does that deal with? Not foreign currency, US currency, and other currencies from other countries. How is the government of Guyana to allow this organization or cambio to continue to operate and exchange US currency when that is a regulated process by the government? So what do you mean hostility? The government safeguarding Guyana.
I have supported other political parties financially, but I've always been very close to the People's Progressive Party. I would like to address this issue that was raised by this young girl that Guyanese critic interview.
No, this is the part I'm talking about. Yeah, listen cleanly and closely to what this big man saying. Listen.
Now I want to make it very clear that I have instilled in my family values.
So listen. Wait. By Shel Muhammad saying to us that he instilled value in his family, that means his family is beyond reproach. They can't possibly break any laws or engage in any illicit or illegal activities because you instilled morals and values. A lot of parents do that. I'm pretty sure Blackie London parents they do that. I'm pretty sure the people who Bartica massacre the parents are trying to instill morals and values in them too. What relevance or what I got to do with anything, brother? You morals and values that you instill. What I got to do with it? Oh,
No,
this guy's signing here.
I can remember one time when my daughter was at high school, she brought a girl home by us, unknown to us. She just showed up.
So this is what's currently happening at Means Secondary School. Michael, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So just give us a synopsis of what's happening on the ground. Is it the entire building level? What's going on out there?
Well, actually, Courdel, the entire building is basically it's finished. Just a few seconds ago, the right side of this building actually collapsed. So it's
Wow.
basically collapsing by the second. And the fire is really, really, really furious at this point. But the sad thing about it is that, especially in a community that basically, houses a school, the fire hydrant is not really working. So,
Oh, man.
it's such a ridiculous, situation at this time. But from the looks of everything, the firefighters are basically doing the most that they can. So we
Right.
must commend them at the same time. Also, the good investment from the Guyana Fire Service, as we could see with this
Yeah.
fire equipment as well. It's again, boy.
So, so are you aware if anybody was in the building, anybody was hurt? Are all the kids out? All the teachers
Well,
out?
I'm gonna update you as that develop at this period, but I haven't got any information in relation to that as well. But I would say the good thing about it is that school wasn't actually in full swing at the moment of the fire. So I
Right.
mean, that's pretty much good. At this time, there is no news of any casualties or anything of that sort. You can see Minister Ben as not long ago came on scene as well. So
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna keep you updated as time progresses.
All right, Mike. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time to get out there to bring this to us live. Guys, we're hearing from one of the Livewire News reporters, Michael Richmond, down there in Sobrianville. What we're looking at here is the total destruction of the Maze under 12. I think this, well, I should say Maze because they have a secondary school component house at this location as well. So this is Sobrianville. I think Michael would be in the playground just opposite the school there for safety.
Far enough playground to be exact. Yes.
Stratum Playground, thank you. And for anybody who knows the structure that Maze under 12 had there, to see what we're seeing now, I mean, the whole thing has gone up in flames. But Mike, thank you for coming through. Keep us posted in relation to developments happening up there. And stay safe. Right, so that's what's happening down there at Sobrianville, Maze on the 12. Wow, a lot of children displaced from school. As I said, if you know the structure, it's a substantial structure that's there. It is majority a wooden structure, but they maintained it well, so it didn't look bad. Being a wooden structure, but highly combustible. So, to the owners of the school, the teachers who have been displaced, the students, I really hope nobody was injured. And I'm pretty sure Mays will bounce back from this here. Now, one last thing I wanted to touch on and share with you guys before I go. There was an accident in Region 6, and one of our reporters, our correspondent up there, was able to speak to some of the relatives. And I'm saying the person who owns the car definitely knows who they lend the car to drive. Right? And if that person is withholding the information, they should be charged as well for obstruction of justice. Right? They should be charged as well. Take a look at this, guys.
Tushar and his wife was going to Skellen with their baby. Tushar is 17 years of age, his wife is 19 years of age, and the baby is 9 months old. They were going to Skellen to buy food. While they were going to Skellen to buy food, just past Rybejnat house, a speeding car come and hit this motorcycle from at the back. As a result of that, the wife pitch in the air, the Tushar pitch in the air, and the baby land on the road. We take them to Skellen Hospital, where they pronounced seriously injured. They were taken from Skellen Hospital to New Amsterdam Hospital. Tushar is still in Skellen Hospital, and his wife and the baby moved to Georgetown. The baby died the following morning, and his wife is in a critical condition at Georgetown Public Hospital. She just finished taking her surgery, but she is not in a stable condition. The driver of the car hit and run. He's still on hiding. We find the car side of Alvin house. We take the owner of the car into custody.
So the owner, the car, Alvin, everybody should get locked up. Look at the front of this car. You realize the pace this man had to be coming with to lick up them people on the motorcycle and fuck up this car like this. Now this man, his wife, his newborn baby, the man and his wife, critical condition in the hospital. The newborn baby deceased. And the driver running around the place, hiding from people. At the end of the day, these people got to face the consequences for the foolishness that they're doing. Right? Whether he was drinking and driving or just speeding like an idiot, he needs to feel the heavy hammer of the law. This is so messed up. People who know me know I can't handle alcohol well, especially brown stuff. So if I drink, I understand, well, there's a limit. Everybody got to understand it. You must know when you're feeling a little nice. But some of us tend to overdo it. And things like this happen. You don't know if this man's wife going to be paralyzed so she rest of her life. If he going to be paralyzed for the rest of his life, he can't provide for his family or make a new child. Jesus.
We take the man that was harboring this car into custody. Because the police didn't find them under any criminal act, they had to release them yesterday afternoon.
Harboring is not a criminal act? I may not know. So I might be speaking from an uninformed point of view. But if you, based on my knowledge, have a criminal or somebody who has been alleged to be involved in criminal activity at your home, that's harboring. The vehicle being there. The vehicle was there. The man said they found the vehicle there. So Alvin then go to the station and say, well, look, Courdel, bring this vehicle after he knocked down these people and park it. Or Courdel drop this vehicle. I see it crash up in front of me. No, y'all come and check and see what's going on. Nobody said nothing. Withholding information from the police in relation to a crime that's not a criminal act. I don't know if they got any lawyers here. Somebody please tell me.
Call him back to the station for further investigation. Tushar is still in the hospital. His wife is in Georgetown Public Hospital, and the baby is at some mortuary. Well, we are looking forward that the police should assist us in this investigation, but the police is doing this. They are assisting us. We want the driver and we want to bring him to justice. Because we don't want more people end up into this situation. This is one sad situation. When he hit these people, he run away. The child fall on her back, flat on the road. The mother unconscious, the father unconscious. The girl break up. The girl break up over 6 places. Wow. Tushar is still in a severe shock. He don't really know who is talking to him and what is taking.
Could you imagine this man probably didn't even realize that his child dead and gone? He probably didn't realize that he wife broke up in so much places and clinging to life at Georgetown Hospital. I saw a video of an idiot approaching the Sheriff Street roundabout. And I was like, what this person was trying to do? Like, I am trying to understand what y'all trying to do. This man pelt into the roundabout, couldn't control the car to go wrong and run off into somebody's drain. Now they got houses there. If a little child be playing in the yard, or somebody standing up there walking there, going to Sheriff Hospital or something, and you run and just plow them down with your foolishness. The other morning, I shared it. Going to Ogle Airport, a car on top the railing by the bridge just before you get to the zoo. Just after Section K, Campbellville, the bridge between Section K and the zoo. a car on top the rail. Like, how in heaven's name what you doing with this car to cause you to reach till up there? And what regard you got for your life? You are in the car. So it's not something you watching on the road like, hey, let it try there. You in the car, you gonna get damaged too. So usually when people riding with me, especially females, on my motorcycle, some of them would say they're scared. So I would say, why I would ride this bike in a way to crash it when I on the bike with you, I can get damaged too. They make no sense. You understand? So if I drive in a car and this car crash, most obviously I will be hurt as well. So how would I not operate in a manner that is conducive to my health? Oh.
Please. All we are looking for, we are asking the owner of this car if she can please ask the driver to come out. I am of the opinion that she knows everything about what is going on.
Me too, sir.
I am asking her if she can please ask.
Me too. Because nobody can borrow me car and me know who borrowed the car. You understand? Nobody could borrow my car and I don't know who borrowed the car. Or I don't know where they live in, or I can't find them, or their relative or somebody. So the owner of the car, in my view, needs to be held accountable. Because it's your car caused this, that. You mightn't be the person driving at the time, but you get permission for somebody to operate this car.
The driver to come and turn himself in. The child suffered head injuries and some injuries in her belly. The wife got a broken waist and 5 broken pieces of her right side leg with some fracture ribs. Tushar got severe head injuries and he is in New Amsterdam Public Hospital.
Y'all understand what we're at there? I hope the two that have made it through, I hope you guys have a speedy recovery. That is indeed a very sad situation. I hope that the person who caused this grief to this family step up and take responsibility for what you've done. If this was your wife and child, you would have been just like that guy there, seeking justice. You might have probably didn't even take it like that. You'd have gone and probably take justice into your own hands. Because I can't fathom. Well, I would have damaged. If we ride 3-way on this motorcycle, we get lick up. So turn yourself in. Turn yourself in. Mom who owned the vehicle, give the police them the information they need to find whoever it is you lent the vehicle to. The police, at least by now, should have a photo and a name and address for whoever you lend this vehicle to. Because you can't tell people you lend out your car and you know the person, you know where they live in, you don't know nobody for them. Because at the end of the day, you have to be confident that person could either replace your vehicle, repair your vehicle, or you could go and find them in case they do anything happen to your vehicle or they don't return it. You don't just lend out your vehicle to people you don't know. Think about it. So, ma'am, provide the information to the police. And I am suggesting to the police, if there's any way that y'all can hold her accountable, the person who had the vehicle, by them accountable, you do so. You do so, because this is foolishness. This is foolishness. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Please don't forget to tune in this evening for Behind the Agenda with myself and Joel Bagwadin as we discuss policies, the impact of those policies. We look at economics, the economic roadmap here in Guyana, and our oil and gas sector, among other things. Also, their debut program will be this evening as well. Well, his debut program right here at Livewire TV, wading into the controversies with James Bond. Tonight, he'll have Samantha Shir-Prasad and Javon Williams as guests on the program. So ensure you guys set out. I know the shows cross in lifetimes, but, you know, you can switch between the two and enjoy the content, right? So again, wading into the controversy with James Bond will be commencing from this evening at 8 p.m. right here on Livewire TV. You can catch it on James Bond's Facebook as well, Livewire TV on YouTube, my Facebook page as well, and Livewire TV on Facebook, Livewire TV, Livewire News on Facebook as well, right? A powerful program this Sunday, Man Behind His Emotions with Randy Shepard. Again, guys, if you'd like to have access to those books that Randy was giving away, okay, no, that's not it. I deleted out the system already. Right? Give him a call and you could have access to those books. He's giving them away for free. I think one deals with domestic violence and the other one in terms of strengthening the family and things like that. The program, I think, is very important because, again, men, we don't have much outlet for our emotions and, help in terms of processing things that may be affecting us. So hats off to Randy for championing the initiative and getting that show off the ground. And we'll be trying to get some more content for you guys here on Livewire TV as we move forward. Right? Guys, I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about what Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing